Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 355, design Twitter. So this is basically the design problem, right? So what the question states here, we have to design the mini Twitter. We have to design the mini Twitter. Just give me a second here. 1 second. Yeah, we have to design the mini Twitter uh, where a user can post tweets, follow, unfollow other users, right? So user can post the tweets, follow, unfollow others. And we have to implement get news feed. Get news feed, this one I'm speaking of. We have to implement get news feed of user ID that returns 10 most recent tweet IDs. That returns 10 recent tweet IDs. This one I'm speaking of, right? So where is it? So we have to implement get news feed. Get news feed. Just give me a second here. 1 second. Yeah, this one I'm speaking of, right? So we have to implement get news feed use of user ID that returns 10 most recent tweet ID from the user and their followees and their followees. Tweets are returned from most recent to last recent. Just keep this in mind. Tweets are returned from most recent to last recent, and each tweet ID is unique, and each tweet ID, right? So each tweet ID is unique, and each tweet has a timestamp. Each tweet has a timestamp based on the post order. Based on the post order, right? So each tweet ID is unique, and each tweet has a timestamp. And the final thing is here, a user cannot follow themselves. A user cannot follow themselves, right? So let's do one thing. Uh, this is the question basically. This is the question, right? So post Twitter we have, follow we have here, this one post tweet we have, get newsfeed the same thing, unfollow this get newsfeed we have already considered. Basically we are going with a method. So this is the initialization part, post Twitter. So this one will be, the return value will always be null for this one, right? So the return value will be always null, except for the get news feed, this one, except for the get news feed, this one, uh, every this one, all the other methods, for all the other methods return value will be null itself. I'll just give n here, n and n. So for this one, get news feed, the return value will be integer basically. Return value will be integer. Just keep this in mind. Just keep this in mind, right? So let me delete this one. Except for the get news feed method, this one, all the this one, all other methods consist of the return value null, right? All other methods return value is basically null. Just keep this in mind, man. So let's discuss the approach. I hope the question part is completely clear. Let's do one thing. Let's discuss the approach, followed by the complexities, and then let's write the code. And then let's write the code, right? So just give me a second here. Yeah, 1 second. We have Twitter, this one initialization part, right? So Twitter of this one empty. So first what we will do, first this one will be null. This one will be null because this is nothing but the initialization part. Next what we will do, we will be going with a post tweet of 1 comma 5. We have been given 1 comma 5. So post tweet of 1 comma 5, user 1 posts tweet 5, user 1 posts tweet 5, right? So user 1 posts tweet 5, right? So this is fine. So the next step is twitter.get news feed. So the return value is, again this one return value is null. For the second one, sorry, return value is null. Let's move on with the third one, get news feed. Get news feed of 1. Get news feed of 1. So here we have twitter.follow 1 comma 2. Right, sorry, this one is the third one, right? So this one basically we are considering 1. Get news feed of 1, right? Get news feed of 1. Only one user, only user once tweet, right? Only user once tweet, nothing but user 1 is going with a tweet 5, is going with a tweet 5, right? So here now we have the uh, we are going with only user once tweets, basically 5 for the second one, right? Basically 5 for the second one, right? So user 1, in the previous step, user once tweet, basically only we considered this one, user 1 posted tweet 5, right? User 1 posted tweet 5. Now we are getting only user 1 tweets nothing but 5, because we have get news feed method here, which is whose return value is whose return value is of the type integer. So now we have successfully got the value 5. So let's move on with the follow method now. Let's move on with the follow method. Follow of 1 comma 2. Follow of 1 comma 2. So now user 1 follows user 2. User 1 follows user 2, and the same user cannot follow themselves, right? They have strictly mentioned in the question. So user 1 follows user 2. Next, again we are having post tweet, right? Still the return value is going to be null itself. So still the return value is going to be null itself. This one we are done with the first four. Next, let's go with the post tweet. Fifth one, let's go with the post tweet, right? So we are done with the, yeah, initial first one was null, initialization part null. We are done with the four things. Fifth one is post tweet. Post tweet of we have for 5, this one 2 comma 6. Post tweet of 2 comma 6, we have nothing but user 2 posts tweet 6, similar to the second one here, this one. User 2 now posts the tweet 6 tweet number 6. User 2 posts tweet number 6, right? So here this is it for the this one post tweet, right? Since except the this one get news feed method, for the return value of the get news feed method, all other methods return value is null. So again this will be null. Again the fifth one, it will be null, right? So now let's move on with the sixth one. Nothing but here you can clearly see get news feed. This one we are considering get news feed, right? So get news feed of we have to consider 1. Get news feed of 1, right? So now again get news feed of 1 means tweets from the user 1 and 2. So we already have this one user 1, right? So we already have the user 1. So we have to go with 1 and 2. We have to go with the tweets from the user 1 and 2. So user 1 has tweeted 5, tweet 5, right? So user 1 posts tweet 5, user 2 posts tweet 6. Nothing but we will be going with 5 comma 6. We will be going with a 5 comma 6, as user 2 follows this one. User 1 follows user 2, and user 1 has tweeted this one. User 1 has posted tweet 5. So we are going with the two values here. In this case it will be 5 comma 6. It will be 5 comma 6. So we have to return 5 comma 6 here, right? So this is fine, I think. So now we have got the answer 6 comma 5 or 5 comma 6. Basically we are going with the reverse order. First we are considering the this one. User 1 has followed user 2, and user 2 post the tweet 6, right? So first we are considering 6, recent one, and then we are considering 5, right? We will be going with the and one more thing, we will be going with a priority queue. We will be going with a priority queue approach. We'll be going with a priority queue. The recent one was this one. We are considering 6, then we are considering 5, basically, right? So we will be going with a, or we are going with a this one approach priority queue. So now we are done with the sixth one. Now we have unfollow, right? Unfollow of 1 comma 2. Unfollow of 1 comma 2. So now unfollows user 1 unfollows user 2. So here user 1 unfollows user 2. So now user 1 unfollows user 2. This is fine. Now again we are trying to get the get news feed of this one get news feed of this one uh, get news feed of 5. So now user 1 has unfollowed user 2, right? So user 1 has unfollowed user 2. Now as user 1 has unfollowed you 2, he is not dependent on the this one tweets of u2, right? So this 6 we will be removing. Only 5 will be left because user 1 himself has posted tweet 5. So 5 will be left. 5 will be left. So 6 we have removed because user 1 has unfollowed user 2. So now the output that we got here is 5. So 5, right? So here we have to return 5. We have got the integer 5 here. We have to return 5. So this one, right? So previously it was null. Sorry, I forgot to, this mark, I think. So this time it is 5. So this is how we got the output. This is how we got the output. Null, null, 5, double null, 6 5, null 5, right? So this part is completely clear. I hope this part is completely clear, man. Right? We are done with designing the Twitter. We are done with designing the Twitter approach part basically, right? So what is the idea behind the design here? Basically, we have to maintain a global timestamp for ordering tweets. So we will be maintaining basically a global timestamp for ordering the tweets. One thing, one more thing here, we have to store the tweets as timestamp comma tweet ID per user. Just remember this, we have to store the tweets as timestamp comma tweet ID per user. And also, I have mentioned this one, we will be making use of the maximum priority queue, max priority queue, or the max heap basically, to collect 10 top 10 recent tweets from the user and their followees accordingly with the question, right? So we'll be going with the max priority queue, right? So let's start writing the question. Let's start writing the code. I meant to say, yeah, before writing the code, let's discuss the complexities as well, man, right? So for the post tweet, so just give me a second here. For the post tweet, this one, for the post tweet, so it will be big of 1. So it will be the time complexity would be big of 1. And for the follow and unfollow also, it will be big of 1, right? We can directly remove from the priority queue, follow and unfollow, right? So this is fine for the posting the tweet as well, right? So it will be big of 1 itself. And for the get news feed, this one, the return value is integer, right? So this will be for getting the newsfeed. So time complexity would be big of n log n. So why it will be big of n log n? Because n is nothing but here the total tweets from the followers up to 10 that is pushed into the heap, right? So that is the reason it depends on n basically, right? So overall it would be big of n log n. The time complexity would be big of n log n, right? For the post tweet it is big of 1. For the what do we call get news feed, it is big of n log n. And finally for the follow and unfollow, it would be big of 1 respectively. So we are done with the complexities part. And also space complexity for the code we'll be writing in the future would be overall, it would be t plus f. So when I say t plus f, t is nothing but the total tweets stored, total tweets that is stored, and f is nothing but the follow relationships. F is nothing but the follow relationships, right? So we are done with this part, right? So what I wanted to say here is, we are done with the approach and the complexities part. As we are completely familiar with the approach and the complexities part, we are good to write the code. Let's start writing the code. Right? So initially, what shall we do? Let's go with a global timestamp to order the tweets, right? So I'll just come here. Let me do one thing. Let's go with a global timestamp to order the tweets. I don't have to, just give me a second here. This is fine, man. I don't have to go with any global variables here. I believe, I don't know. Let's see. Let's go with a global timestamp to order the tweets first. So I'll just go with private static int. So let me go with a name timestamp here, not spam. It is timestamp. So this is fine. So let me initialize this one to 0. It will be timestamp. This will be equal to 0. This is fine. The next step would be, we have to map each user to the set of followers, right? Set of followees, sorry. User 1 follows user 2. If user 2 follows user 3, or if user 5 follows user 6, right? So we have in that case, we have to map the each user to the set of followees. So for that purpose, we will be making use of the hash map, right? So I'll just go with private. This one will be map. Let me go with integer comma set of, this will be integer again. This is fine. uh Let me go with follow map. So this is fine. So the next step would be, we have to map each user to the list of their tweets, right? So each user has to be mapped to the list of their tweets. Nothing but each tweet is of timestamp comma tweet ID within the array. So we are mapping each user to the list of their tweets. So I'll just go with private map. So this will be integer, and let me go with list. This will be int. mm, int. So let me close this one, angle bracket. So this will be tweets. We are just mapping the each user to the list of their tweets. So we are done with this part. Basically we are done with this part. So let me do one thing. Mm, yeah, let me do one thing. Let me cut this one, make it global once. This is fine. We format this one once. This looks good. This is fine. So within the initialization part, we have to initialize that one globally, man. So I forgot basically. Now uh, we will be going with the follow map and the tweet. So we have already went with the follow map, right? So this one follow map. So within the initialization part, this acts as a constructor basically, public Twitter. So in the initialization part, follow map, let me go with new hash map. New, yeah, this is new hash map, just the syntax. And one more thing, we are going with the tweets here, right? So let me come here, paste it over here. Let me assign this one to this one. Let's create. So I'll just be making use of hash map. So this is fine. Let me come out of this one entirely. So now let's move on with the next method, nothing but post tweet. So here first we have the parameters user ID and the tweet ID. So first what we need to do here, so we have to create the list if the user hasn't posted before, right? So if user hasn't posted before, we have to create the list. Let's do it. So this will be tweets dot, let me make use of put if absent. So the operation that is provided by the hash map basically. So yeah, this will be user id comma new array list. This is fine. So now we have created the list if user hasn't posted before, right? So that we have done, and we have to add the tweet with the current timestamp as well. So as we are going with the post tweet, when we tweet, when the user tweets basically, we have to add the tweet with the current timestamp, right? So how can I do that? I'll just go with the tweets dot get basically value of the user id when the user posts. So I'll just go with user id here. This is fine, and we have to add the timestamp as well, right? So for that one, I'll just go with a new int. This is fine. So within the flower brackets, I'll just go with a timestamp. So timestamp itself we have to consider, right? So this is fine. Timestamp, increment the timestamp. So this one will be tweet id. Tweet id. So we are done with the uh, basically we are done with the post tweet method. So this is it. So what we have done, just the two lines of code, right? So 13 and 14. So first in the line number 13, we have created a list of user. We have created a list if user hasn't posted before, right? So we know this one. And in the line number 14, what we are doing, we are just adding the tweet with the current timestamp. We have to, right? Once the user posts, we have to add the particular tweet. Along with the particular tweet, we have to add the timestamp as well. So that's what I wanted to say. This is fine. Let's move on with the next method, nothing but the get news feed. This is the only method which consists of the this one return value, or which has the return value basically. For this one, as we had discussed in the approach, we'll be going with the priority queue, basically max priority queue. So I'll just go with priority queue here. So this one int is fine. uh int, let me do one thing. This is int. Yeah, this is fine. Let's go with max heap. This one will be new priority queue. So let me go with priority queue, new priority queue. So this will be we are going with a max heap based on the timestamp, right? So I'll just go with a comma b lambda expression here. This is fine. Be going with the sorting, right? So this will be b of 0 minus a of 0. This is completely based on the timestamp. So this is nothing but maximum heap or the maximum priority queue based on the timestamp. So we are done with this part. So next what we have to do, we have to ensure user follows themselves. We have to ensure user follows themselves. So this one will be follow map dot put if absent. So I said user should not follow, I think previously, sorry. So user follows themselves, user follows themselves, just keep this in mind. I said it, user does not follow. uh, don't mind me saying that. So it was basically wrong. User, uh, we have to make sure that the user follows themselves first. So here in this case, follow map dot, so I'll be making use of the print if absent. So this is provided by the hash map, right? So I'll just go with if absent, put if absent, sorry, not print. So the parameters I'll pass here would be user ID, and we'll be going with a hash set as well. We'll be going with a hash set. This is fine. Why hash set here? So user uh, particular user follow himself, right? Particular, first particular user follow himself, not others, right? First thing, he has to follow himself, not others. Next comes that he can follow any other people, right? So for that purpose we'll be making use of the hash set here. So I'll just go with follow map dot get. So this one will be user ID, add of, this one will be user, yeah, this one would be user ID. So this is fine. So the next step is we have to collect the tweets from user and followees, right? So for that, let's move on with the iteration part here. Let me make use of the UID. So this one will be follow map dot get. We have to get the value of the user ID, right? So get the value from the user ID. So this is fine. So that is the reason we are making use of the user UID. Basically UID will get different this thing, different numbers every time when we make use of the UID, right? So we have given the hash set, we are making use of the hash set as well, distinct numbers when we make use of the UID. So this one will be tweets dot contains key of, this one will be UID. Just give me a second. This one within the if condition, what shall I write here? Contains key of UID I have written. So let me make use of the list here. Int. So this is fine. I'll go with the Twitter list here. This, let me assign this one to tweets dot get of UID. So this is fine. The next step would be, let's go with a simple for loop here. This will be for int I equals list list dot size minus 1, reverse iteration, I greater than or equal to 0, and uh, let me make use of I greater than or equal to tweet list dot size as well. So this will be tw list dot size, minus 10, because we are going with only the 10 random, this one, right? What do we call that one? Tweet IDs. So this is fine, and let me decrement I here. So within the for loop we have to add up to the last 10 tweets. We have to add last 10 tweets that they have strictly mentioned in the question. That is the reason I have considered tweet size minus 10. So this one hyphen 10, whatever I have given here, this part, right? So in the line number 28 within the for loop. So here we have to add up to the last 10 tweets. So I'll just go with max heap dot offer. So this one will be tw list dot get of I, get of I. So we are just adding up to the last 10 tweets, right? So this is fine, I think. So let me come out of this one entirely. Let me come out of this one entirely. So now let's extract up to the 10 most recent tweet IDs. Let's extract up to the 10 most recent tweet IDs. So this will be list. So this one will be integer. So this will be result equals, I'll just give new array list array list. This is fine. So the next step would be, let me go with the while loop here. While loop, not of max heap. I'll just give here. Uh, so heap shouldn't be empty, right? So then only we can move forward. So this will be, and also size of the result should be less than 10, less than 10, 0 to 9 it has to be basically. So result dot size less than 10. So then only we have to add max heap dot poll. So we'll be making use of the poll operation here. This one, let me give 1 in the array, right? So let me give 1 in the array. We have to extract up to 10 most recent tweets here, right? So finally we have to return the result. So we have to return the result, right? So we are done with the get news feed method. We are done with the get news feed method. This is the only method which is having the return value basically in the form of numbers, right? So integers basically. So this is fine. Next, let's move on with the follow method. Nothing but a user can't follow self. A user can't follow self, right? So this was given in the question. This was given in the question. So let me go with if condition here. So this one will be follow, right? So mm, this one we are considering follower id. If follower id, if it is equal to followee id, then so this is the base case. Nothing but he user cannot follow self, right? So we don't have to return anything in that case, just give return. So let's move on with the next thing. So here I'll just go with the follow map. Where is follow map? This one. This is global, we can make use of it anywhere. So this one will be follow map dot, let me go with put if absent. So this is the operation provided by the hash map. So this will be follow id, right? So let me do one thing. Let me copy this one. Follower id. Yeah, this has to be follower id itself. Follower id new hash set. So this is fine. This is fine. This will be follow map dot get. So again, this will be follower id. So let me copy this one and paste it. Follow map dot get follower id. So this one will be add of followee id. This one we have to consider. Let me paste it over here. So we are done with the follow method, right? So we are left with only this one unfollow method, right? So I can just go with the same thing. A user cannot unfollow himself. So let me copy the same thing, entire line here. So let me paste it here. Again, if follow, and one more thing, we can unfollow, right? We can unfollow anytime. So let me write the simple if condition here. If follow map again. So let me copy this one. If follow map dot contains key of the follower id, right? So here let me copy this one. This one will be follower id, and within the if condition we have to get the value of the follower id, right? So I'll just go with follow map here. This one, to get the value, I'll just make use of the get operation provided by the hash map. So this one will be, we have to get the follower id. So let me copy this one, paste it over here, follower id. So this will be dot remove this one followee id. Followee id ones, this one followee id. So let me paste it over here. So this is fine. We are done with the coding part. So let me clean this. We don't need this one. Anyways, so let me format the code once. So I hope the code works well. Let's see. Let me hit the run button. I hope this works, man. Let's see. So we have the errors. So this one integer I has to be capital here, line number 4. So let me make this I capital and here as well I capital. list of int is fine. Just give me a second here. Int is fine. Let me run this again. I hope this works. Still have the error. How many errors? We have so many errors, man. Let's clear one by one. So this one cannot find symbol. Twitter.java. Which one? Tweets I have misspelled here. Line number 14. So this has to be tweets. Let me run this one again. So here again, what we are doing here in the post tweet, right? In the post tweet method, basically we are creating the list if the user hasn't posted before. So tweets dot put if absent, this is fine. User ID comma new array list, so this is also fine. Tweets dot get user ID we are getting, so this is fine. And we are adding the timestamp here. Add new int is fine. New int is fine. Here we have this one flower bracket. This is fine as well. We are going with a timestamp, right? Oh yeah, so timestamp, this has to be smallest. This has to be smallest. This is fine. Timestamp along with a tweet ID. So now this has to work. Let's see. Here we have considered small s, right? So that is the reason we were getting error. Small s, capital S. So now we are left with two errors. Line number 28, max heap. This h has to be capital. Cannot find the symbol. Same thing, capital H. Line number 28, just give me a second. Let me change this one to capital H. Let me run this one again. So we are left with the line number 33. So this has to be integer I, capital man again. Oh, this is the war between capital and this one, lowercase letters. So this is fine. Now I hope this works, man. Now at least it doesn't. Yeah. Now you can clearly see here the sample test case is getting passed, right? So let me hit the submit button. I hope this works for all the test cases. Let's see. So here you can clearly see it works for all the 18 test cases, right? So we are done with the coding part. Basically, the code whatever we have written works absolutely correct for all the test cases, right? So I hope the solution part is completely clear along with the approach and the complexities, right? So this is basically a design problem. Usually it will be asked in the design interviews, usually, right? So I hope the solution part is completely clear again, right? So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.